I'm going to ask you of one thing in this video, right? Just one thing, right? You've clicked on this video on meditation, on focus, on bringing your focus to the present. So what I want you to do is, right, click on the full screen, stop looking at suggested videos, stop looking at the comments, don't look at the views, don't look at, just focus. Because I know this video is going to be valuable for you. There's a reason you've clicked it. So focus on things I have to say, and it might actually help you be more present, be more focused, get more work done, be more productive, become a better friend, a better family member, a better boyfriend, girlfriend, all of these things. If you just focus. How many times have you been trying to do something, trying to do a piece of work, even listening to someone or talking to someone, and your mind has flickered away to the girl you found attractive, to the video game that you were going to play, or to something else that was useless to the conversation you were having at the moment? How many times? Go on, I'm waiting. You can already think of a few, can't you? If you're watching this video right now, you can probably relate to that, and you've probably had that happen to you a couple of times. The only reason I'm trying to teach you about meditation is because I really regret not doing it earlier. Back when I didn't meditate, back when I wasn't focused, back when I wasn't present, the days kind of bled into each other. Every day felt the same. There was nothing different. I know a majority of you watching this can relate to that because we're always told this thing about time flies by, or that month felt like a week. And we kind of just air it and shrug our shoulders as if that's not anything big, as if that's normal. But it's not. You see, time should be really slow for us. Everything should be moving at a pace, but it shouldn't be moving so fast that every day just feels the same. And meditation can help us bring our focus into the present so we can stop focusing about the things that are happening in the future, about the things that have happened in the past, to help us focus on the thing that's right in front of us. You see, the problem that I have is that when I talk about meditation, there's going to be some red pill, black pill nerds, degenerates watching this saying that it's gay and it's unnecessary and just go get money and go get girls, man. Like, shut the fuck up. You have to understand that meditation is what gets you those things. How do you think you're going to make any money if you can't focus on a task? I guarantee you, if I went head to head with any red pill dickhead to see how much work we could get done within the first 3 hours of the day, I'm fucking them sideways. I would get so much more work done just because I'm focused on the task that's in front of me. And they're unable to fucking focus on anything. How do you think you're going to make any money or get any girls when your attention span is as slow as a fucking goldfish? The girl that you're trying to get, she won't want to be with you because you aren't focused. She'll notice that you aren't present. It'll be like a stench on you. And everyone else can see it too. There was actually a study done by the National Institute of Health where they tried to figure out the association between meditation and work performance, job satisfaction. So there was 2 studies. The first one was essentially to see how many people actually meditated out of their surveyed group. So they surveyed about 30,000 people, and about 3.9% of them actually meditated. See, what they found was that the people who meditated, they were of higher education, they were usually younger, they had a higher household income, and a higher stress level, and a lower BMI than people who didn't meditate. You see, with the BMI point, it's like, people can have a higher BMI if they're more muscly or if they're more athletic. Like, you'll see that happen. But I think we'll just take off the basis is that people who didn't meditate were healthy, and those who didn't meditate were unhealthy. We'll take it like that. And I know for a fact, some red pill degenerate has seen that, right? And seen, oh, it says stress level, so I'm now going to go back to their fucking womanless Reddit and tell everyone that meditation causes stress or some bullshit like that. I know there's going to be someone. So study 2 analysed the relationship between meditation and job performance, job satisfaction, and just overall work engagement, right? So have a guess at what they found. What they found was that people who meditate actually saw positive impacts on their work life. They were much sharper, much more focused. And according to the World Health Organization, they were actually much more satisfied with their jobs and they worked a lot better in their jobs. They were also found to be more engaged in their work, and according to them it was because their brain felt sharper, felt more focused, that they were able to focus on one thing, be present and concentrate on the thing that was in front of them. So as you can see, people who meditated actually saw a rise in productivity, a rise in general happiness. So they were able to get more work done. You can already see how powerful of a technique this is. If you're watching this right now and you're telling yourself, oh no, my focus is fine, I don't need to meditate, you do. Okay? If that's what you're thinking right now, I know you need to meditate. Because you've been probably scrolling on TikTok, right? And Instagram Reels. And I don't blame you, okay? These evil corporations causing everyone to have this dopamine spike every time you move your thumb up and down. Obviously, you're going to get addicted. Obviously, you're going to want that dopamine. And I don't blame you for your attention span decreasing because it's not your fault. But it's your fault now that you know that meditation can increase your attention span. Now that you're not ignorant, you don't have that excuse anymore. So stop scrolling on TikTok. Stop scrolling on Instagram. Sit down and focus on your breath. Increase your attention span. And I know some of you aren't going to do it. You can keep ruining your attention span. You can keep turning your brain into soup. It doesn't affect me or anyone else who does meditate. But if you do decide to meditate now, I guarantee you will see amazing results within even a week. So there's actually many different ways to meditate. The way I started was with guided meditation, so I would get a YouTube video. There used to be, I think there still are, there are these YouTube videos, which Hamza uploaded one, which was like a 10-minute meditation guide, whatever. And then there was this other channel that made like 5-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute guides. And I usually followed those ones. And I would slowly increase by increments every single, like not every single day, but every 2 days or so. So I'll start maybe 3 minutes, then 4 minutes, then 5 minutes, then 6 minutes, then 7. And I do 10 on a regular now, but some days I can go to 15 and 20 if I'd like to. So that's the point that you want to get to. You want to even get to an hour. I could probably go an hour if I'd like to. And if you don't want to follow the guided meditation, you can simply just set a timer and then sit there and focus on your breath. And that's what I do now, because the guided meditation has kind of got on my nerves, but when I was starting it was really helpful. I've talked to a couple people about meditation. They said that they've done it and they've seen no benefits, because there's a lot of misconceptions around how to do it and why you're doing it. So you need to understand what the reason is behind it and what you're actually trying to do. You see, essentially, you need to bring your focus to the present. You need to, and any thoughts that you get while you're trying to do that, you knock them away. So you have to think about it as an exercise, right? Because coming to the present, there's not only one way to do that. Meditation is not the only way to bring your focus to the present. The other ways that people may find useful is like going to the gym or reading. So I want you to think of meditation as a brain exercise, right? So when you're sitting there and you have your eyes closed and you're focusing on your breath, like when you're focusing on your breath, you're focusing in, you're focusing out, right? You're going to get thoughts come up in your mind because that's just how our brains work. You can get thoughts here, about this, about that. What your goal is to catch yourself when those thoughts do come into your mind, and when you're focused on those instead of your breath, and then bring your focus back to your breath. And when you do that, that's 1 rep. You keep doing that, you keep doing that. And over time, when you increase the time, you're progressively overloading how long you do that. And you're increasing your brain's attention endurance, right? So you'll be able to stay focused on one thing longer the more you're able to meditate and the more you're able to stay present. What you have to understand is, this is with anything, but especially meditation, I talk about this so much, is that you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent. There's no other way around it. You have to sit down every single day for at least 5 minutes if you want to see results. You see, I never had those habit trackers that a lot of people have, where they'll write down a habit and then they'll tick it and then, oh, I've done it here, I've done it here. I've never had that. I've just kind of told myself that I need to do this thing before I can do anything else. It's kind of ingrained in my schedule. If I don't do it, it feels wrong. Like, you know when you don't go to the gym one day, when you've been going for a long time, it feels off. It doesn't feel right. I've kind of had that with meditation, that if I don't meditate one day, it kind of feels off. Things don't feel right. And it's kind of slotted in my schedule. It's kind of slotted in my schedule right before school, where I will meditate and then get ready and then go to school. And even if I'm getting late for school, I will still sit there and meditate for 5 to 10 minutes before I go to school. I make sure to get it done. And when there have been days where I've forgotten and I haven't done it, I've actually done it in school. You see, there's this art closet inside one of our art rooms in school. And I usually have a free, say, section 1 Monday, or whenever I don't, if it's another day, when I have a free, I'll be going into that room, closing the door, and focusing on my breath and meditating, so that I got it done in the day. You see, it's that powerful of a technique that I know that if I don't do it, I won't be that focused. I won't be that present. But it's something that you have to build if you want to develop the trait of being present and being focused. And being more present, more focused than people who don't meditate. And you doing maybe 5 sessions of meditation 5 days in a row, you're already better than most people. So you need to keep that in mind. Consistency is genuinely the key for you to improve on your focus and your attention span. And to actually listen to your grandparents when they're telling you stories. To actually listen to your mum when she's telling you a story about her childhood. And then you'd actually be able to keep those stories and actually listen to your parents. And notice things around you because your brain is sharper and more focused. You might remember that we get taught about meditation and mindfulness a fair amount when it comes to school. Even in primary school, even now in secondary school, we get taught about meditation and mindfulness. Now the problem I have with this is that the teachers don't know what they're talking about. They don't know about consistency. They don't know why we're doing meditation. Any of the techniques they say most of the time are just something that everyone does and it doesn't work. Yet we keep doing them even though we know it doesn't work. You know, when we sit around in a circle and we stand up and we're supposed to close our eyes and figure out when a minute is over and sit down. Yes, it brings your focus onto counting those minutes. But you doing that once every 5-6 months isn't going to make progress. And they think it does. They think that that one session might bring out someone's childhood trauma or problems that they're having. But no, they never talk about consistency. They never talk about doing it every day because they don't do it themselves. Most of the time, the schools and the teachers who are teaching you about meditation don't even meditate themselves. So it doesn't make sense about why they're teaching us about it. There's not even a sense of consistency. So the way that I taught you, the way that I'm telling you how to do it, that's how you should do it. You need to sit down, find something to focus on. It doesn't even have to be your breath. You can rub your fingers together and focus on that. There's sounds of birds outside, you can focus on that. Maybe the way your trousers are touching your legs, you can focus on that. But make sure it's one thing you're focused on. And once your attention gets directed from it, grab that attention, bring it back to what you were doing. And for some people, maybe even more hectic than others, it'll be, oh, my thought's gone there, bring it back. Oh, my thought's gone there, bring that back. And other people maybe, you're focused. Thought gone, bring it back. You're focused. Thought gone, bring it back. Right? That's how it may be for some people, and that's how it may be for others. So it's just up to you to find out where your attention span point is at and improve it. And think of it as a game, right? Think of it as a game where you're trying to keep it in one place. As soon as it diverts, catch yourself and bring it back. It's a game. And it's something that you can level up. You can level up your skill and your power level in that game. Okay? Understand it like that, and I guarantee you will see success. You'll see attention span increasing, you'll see focus increasing, you'll be sharper. Your friends will notice that you're more present. Your girlfriend will notice that you're more present. Your mum will be happier that you're listening to the stories. Your grandparents will be happier that you're actually listening to them. You're understanding about their lifetime, about their past, their childhood. That's something that can genuinely help you in your life and make everyone and you happier, so you can move the entire world forward. Thank you for listening. Oh, go get it, man.